Well, race fans, as we get underway with tonight's racing action, it's that time. This is probably one of my favorite times of the evening. Yes, I love the racing. Yes, I love the action. But the moment that I like the most is when we recognize the people that are behind the scenes that many of us don't know, many of us have never met, and many of us never will. As they provide us the freedom to do what we want to do when we want to do it, and allows us to enjoy our country and its freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about our service people. No matter where they are serving across our country, whether it's within our own borders or someplace across this globe, they made the choice to put themselves in harm's way so we don't have to. They made that choice to put themselves in harm's way so what happened in New York City just a few years ago never ever happens again within our borders. They made the choice to put themselves in harm's way so our children don't have to. It's these people that make this country the greatest country in the world. So at this time, if you listen very closely, if you have served in the past or are currently serving in any armed forces, whether it be U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, or U.S. Marine Corps, please stand up and remain standing. If you have in the past served as a police officer, EMT, or fireman, please stand up and remain standing. Now, Dodge City, please look next to you. And it's these people right here that allow us to be the greatest country in the world. Let's hear it for our true American heroes. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you tonight's Invocation, our very first Invocation of the 2013 season. Tonight, our representative from Racers for Christ, Brent Austin.
Let's all stand, please. Let's pray. God, Father, we thank you for this beautiful evening that you've given to us. Father, we thank you for the safety and travel that we had getting here to Dodge City Raceway Park. Father, right now we just ask for a hedge of protection around this track. We ask for protection for our drivers, for their pit crew, and for all the safety personnel. Father, we give you the glory this evening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing as we are about to hear the greatest song in the world about the greatest country in the world, our very own United States. Tonight, singing our national anthem, Taylor Snyder.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Taylor Snyder singing our national anthem, and ladies and gentlemen, as our track crew makes their way to their seats, let's hear it one more time for our true, real American heroes. Well, race fans, we've talked about this for a year or so back in the office as we get ready to bring you round one of the 2013 Traxxas Off-Road Championship Series presented by AMSoil. We've got three of our defending champions trackside to show you a little bit about what you're going to see tonight. First off will be the Pro Light truck. We're talking about their driver that is behind the wheel of 450 horsepower. 12 inches of travel in the front, 14 in the rear. Standardized chassis, the mid-sized truck of off-road racing. The Nissan Frontiers, the Toyota Tacomas, the Ford Rangers, as they get ready to come trackside to show you a little bit about what you're going to see. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, defending Pro Light champion, driving the AMSoil Nissan, Brad Lovell, number 1. 75 feet across tabletop jump through turn 1 and 2 of the oval, down the backstretch, upwards of 75 miles an hour. Over the double jumps, the triple jumps, now heavy braking, tight left-hand 180 infield. Now it gets tricky. This is where there will be contact made. Down off the jump, through the rhythm section, the upset, the suspension, another tight right-hand 180. A little bit of a dog leg, then very sharp right here. A little bit uphill, across the pavement, and now the rhythm section. Over more pavement, more grass, and a tight left hand up into turn 4 of the oval, down the front stretch. Lap number 1, Brad Lovell, and the AMSoil number 1 from Colorado Springs, Colorado, in our Pro Light. He'll make his way off the back stretch, turn exit. Now get ready, Dodge City, here comes Pro 2, out of Las Vegas, Nevada, 900 plus horsepower. Two-time defending class champion, driving the Red Bull Ram number 1, Bryce Menzies. Now the track right now is ready with a little bit of a water, a little bit of slick, and this is the first time they've been on a track this afternoon. Again, these trucks will go about 75, close to 80 miles an hour down that backstretch. 2, maybe 3 wide, that tight left-hand 180. Skips through the rhythm section like it's not there. Trust me when I tell you, those bumps are almost knee deep. Again, through that tight right-hand 180, across the pavement. When this track dries out and the traction comes around, they'll be able to double their way to the infield. And this is where the men become men. As they try to take that checkered flag, they dive into that last turn and a cup across the Red Bull finish line. Bryce Menzies from Las Vegas, two-time defending Pro 2 champion. Now, race fans, here he comes. 3 times in a row, he's won a championship. 2010, 2011, and yes, 2012. From Southern California, driving the Red Bull Ram number 1, that is Ricky Johnson. You may recognize the name from the motocross days, back in Supercross and Outdoor Nationals, one of the winningest riders of all time. Now making a big-time name for himself in off-road racing. Now watch closely as this truck just points and digs. 4-wheel drive. Imagine 2, 3 trucks wide to the infield. If you watched this race 2 years ago in Charlotte, you recognize that corner right there as there was major contact and drama as Ricky Johnson completes lap number 1. And that's what you're going to see tonight, Dodge City in Pro 4. 900 horsepower, 4-wheel drive grabbing. Pro Light, Pro 2, Pro 4. Dodge City, are you ready for round 1 of the 2013 season? Well, we're about ready to bring it to you right now as our Pro Light, the first race of the evening of the 2013 season, is off to your left in staging and ready to come. Look directly across the track right now. You see all our teams in what we call the hot pits, just on the inside of that pavement. If they get flat tires, if there's a problem, they'll pull off the track right here in front of us, and we can watch what's going on. In fact, I believe we have Wes Kane, one of our teammates down there of the broadcast team, will be keeping an eye on everything taking place as we get ready for the first race of the 2013 season trackside. Well, here they come, Dodge City. Here's our lineup on the front row. Out of Crandon, Wisconsin, driver number 7, Traxxas. Maxis entry, that's Keegan Kincaid. Right behind him out of Ensenada, Mexico. Driving the BF Goodrich Method Racing Wheels Nissan, that's Rafael Navarro. Right behind him, that AMSOIL Nissan number 1, that's Brad Lovell from Colorado Springs. And another driver from Colorado, driving the Performance Chevrolet number 27, that is Sean Morris. And right behind him, another rookie coming into the TORC Series, the number 81 from Temecula, California, driving the Ithaca Walker Evans Wheels Nissan, that is Doug Matag. And right behind him, out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, driving the Monster Energy Toyota, CJ Greaves, next driver in line. He's been getting a lot of press here in Dodge City, driving the Loctite Ford out of Iron River, Michigan. That is Nick Baumgartner. And right behind him, welcome back to short course off-road racing from Bark River, Michigan, driving the Kenda Tires. Kleiman Forest Products, number 42, Mark Kleiman. And behind the wheel of number 11 from Taylorville, Illinois, the Maxxis Tire, PSC Steering from Taylorville, Illinois, Randy Eller. And the next row back, driving the Infab Tie Loop, Maxxis Tire Ford from Ogden, Iowa, that's Cam Ramers. And right next to him, driving the number 20, let's see, the number 4 from Heartland, Wisconsin, driving the Nissan, that's Jason Janis. Scott Boshaw in the number 20 Stewart Manufacturing out of Escanaba, Michigan. And the back row, the number 10 from Taylorville, Illinois, his first race behind the wheel of the PSC Steering, that's Colby Eller. So for the first time in a long time, we've got father and son out here racing each other, the number 10 and the number 11. Randy Eller's in the white number 11. Colby, his son, is in the black number 10. We've got the Nissan Frontier pacing our field. The lights are out. We're going green. Dodge City, welcome to Traxxas TORC Series. Heading through turn 1, pulling the hole shot was Keegan Kincaid, but here they come too wide into turn number 2. Kincaid with a big push as Brad Lovell, defending champion, takes the lead. And here comes Kincaid right back to the inside. Brad Lovell going wide through turn 5. Keegan Kincaid coming back to the inside. How about Cam Ramers as Sean Morris and CJ Greaves battle for position. Sean Morris way to the outside. Morris gets a great run. Pulls out in front of CJ Greaves by about a truck length. Cam Ramers took a peek to the inside of Keegan Kincaid, running in third. CJ Greaves forcing the issue to the outside. Trying to work a way around Sean Morris. The big time battle right now is for 4th and 5th as Greaves now goes to the inside. Makes a tap on Morris. Navarro gets into CJ Greaves. For just a moment, it looked like Brad Lovell might have over-rotated, was able to save it, but meanwhile, further on back in second, Keegan Kincaid had a huge push through the turn and lost a little bit of a gap. And once again, the battle for 4th and 5th is on. Greaves has beating on the back of Sean Morris. Morris in that blue and white number 27, CJ Greaves, and that black Monster Energy number 33 Toyota. Greaves now goes inside. Greaves has that inside line. Can he make it stick? Morris goes way to the outside. Morris will hang on to the spot as he gets a big drive down the backstretch. Again, CJ Greaves right in the back bumper of Morris. Brad Lovell pulling away from the field about 12 truck lengths over Keegan Kincaid right now. Cam Ramers running in third in that Ithaca Ford. And Mark Kleiman right now running the top 6. His first race ever in Pro Light. So Mark Kleiman looking great. I talked to him before this race. He was saying the only seat time he has is shifting from first to second as he drove it down the street. And coming back, shifting from first to second, loading it up onto the trailer and heading right here to Dodge City. Cam Ramers now going outside of Keegan Kincaid. That battle for the second spot. Morris is right there. CJ Greaves is right there. Nick Baumgartner reeling in Mark Kleiman. About 2-3 truck lengths further on back as we go back up front. It's still our leader, Brad Lovell, after about halfway through lap number 1. And it looks like CJ Greaves now into the 4th spot. Sean Morris over-rotated. Greaves goes to the inside. Looks like he's about ready to shed that right rear quarter panel. Cam Ramers going down to the low line, trying to find a way around. Keegan Kincaid, who's up on the outside. Kincaid maintains second by about 2 car lengths. Cam Ramers slides inside for a moment, was side by side with Kincaid. And here comes CJ Greaves in the mix right now. We've got a 3-truck battle for second. And it looks like further on back, the number 20, the black and white Stewart manufacturer number 20. Dan Beauchamp maybe getting a little warm as the competition yellow comes out. And yes, Beauchamp's got big time problems. He's coming almost to a stop, trying to work his way. It looks like he may be coming into the hot pits. Our Nissan Frontier pace truck pulls out on the track. Will collect the field with Brad Lovell running up front. Keegan Kincaid still hanging on to second as Jason Janis crosses the line. We'll try to catch up to the field. So we got Brad Lovell up front. Keegan Kincaid second. Cam Ramers in third. How about that? His first short course race. And that Ithaca Ford right behind him. CJ Greaves did a heck of a job working his way to the field. Now in the 4th spot. Sean Morrison, that white, blue, and white number 27. Mark Kleiman running in 6th. Right behind him, Nick Baumgartner, that Loctite number 12. Rafael Navarro in that Amsoil black and red Nissan. The number 9 truck. Randy Eller in that white number 11. Now watch closely on our Nissan Frontier. Watch those lights to go off on top of the cab. Will we be going back to green this time by the lead that Brad Level once had? It looks like, nope, the light is staying on. We're giving him one more time around. The lead that Brad Level once had is now shrunk as we turn it.
Looks like he's going to be out of the running for tonight.
Tough break for Danny Beauchamp as he pulls off the track and his race is done. We'll see if we can turn it over to Wes Kane, who's down in the infield with Danny Beauchamp.
Hey, I got Scott Beauchamp over here. He had to call it early tonight. What happened, Scott?
I don't know. We were running in the back and was spinning and sputtering. I don't know. I don't know if we're down a plug wire or two, and she just started overheating, so I just decided to pull her over to save the engine.
Is there anything you can do to get back into this thing?
No, at the moment we're just dead in the water. We're just going to go back tonight and figure out what we got going on and hopefully come out and run a little bit better tomorrow.
Tough break, Scott Beauchamp. We look for you to try to finish up to the front of the pack, but it ain't going to happen tonight.
Nope, not tonight. We'll shoot for tomorrow night. Thanks.
Hey, that's a good sport right there. Beauchamp goes up in the dirt.
The Nissan Frontier's off the track. There's the green flag. We're back underway. Now watch closely. Will Keegan Kincaid get shot out of a cannon down the backstretch? Or will Brad Level hang on? It looks like Level had made the preferred choice. And here comes CJ Greaves. A dynamite move by Greaves at the slide job, trying to overtake second. But Cam Ramers comes right back to retake third, away from CJ Greaves. Kincaid slides wide. And here comes Cam Ramers the inside. Ramers will move up one spot. Kincaid is right there. But it looks like Ramers will hang on to second. Greaves in fourth. Sean Morris in the top five. Cam Ramers took a peek to the inside on our believer Brad Level. Brad Level now has his hands full. Look out, we're side by side. Brad Level hangs on to our lead. Almost comes to a dead stop, over rotates and collects second through sixth. As the second through sixth are now bumper to bumper. It's Cam Ramers in second, CJ Greaves third, Keegan Kincaid fourth, Sean Morris and Nick Baumgartner. Our leaders work their way past the Red Bull finish line. It's still Brad Level up from that Amsoil Nissan, has the lead from the second lap on. But man, oh man, what a race by Cam Ramers. His first torque race ever. And he's running in second. CJ Greaves just screams back onto the track from the infield. Nearly took the back bumper off that number 81 Ithaca machinery of Cam Ramers. Our leader pushes hard. Big time problems with Brad Level. And now we got a brand new leader. His first race ever. in the Traxxas TORC Series, and Cam Ramers now finds himself up front. The Cooper Tire 4 running up front. Brad Lovell in second. CJ Greaves third. Keegan Kincaid fourth. And now our leader has a push. The track conditions are playing a major factor right now as Brad Lovell is retaking the lead. Brad Lovell, Cam Ramers, CJ Greaves, Keegan Kincaid in fourth. The white flag is out one more time around. Brad Lovell has got his hands full with that number 81 Ithaca machine. And our leader pushes again on the white flag lap. CJ Greaves now battling for second. They're side by side to the right-hand turn. Greaves, that Toyota, not giving an inch. Greaves will take second, but there's still one turn remaining. Cam Ramers running up front. Keegan Kincaid goes inside. His first race ever in the TORC Series. Cam Ramers with the win. CJ Greaves second. Keegan Kincaid, I believe, finishes third. And Brad Lovell in one half lap goes from first to fourth. Sean Morris fifth and Nick Baumgartner sixth. Well, we'll find out in a moment what this newcomer, Cam Ramers, is all about. Dodge City, what do you think of off-road racing? Oh, let me tell you, you ain't seen nothing yet. We got our top three finishers up to the podium in just a moment, as we've got Kelly Snyder trackside to talk to our top three finishers. Man, oh man. His first race ever in the Traxxas TORC Series. And team owner Matt Cook, who will be running in Pro 2 in just a moment, has got to want to crawl out of his truck and scream onto the infield and give this guy a big hug. Up on the Jumbotron, you can see Cam is still taking that helmet off. Almost in disbelief, I'd have to say, but man, what a race. Worked his way up to the field. Oh, no. Well, how about that? I've just been corrected. You know what? That is not who I thought it was. That is actually Doug Matag. Doug Matag is out there, Temecula, California teammates with Matt Cook. Young Doug Matag, who's got quite the vast resume in off-road racing, having gotten started in the UTV division of short course off-road racing. But this is his first race in the Traxxas TORC Series. And what a way to start the 2013 season. So we'll turn it over to Kelly Snyder, trackside, with our winner and our second and third place finisher. Kelly?
Hey guys, down here with our first time here at TORC Race, and what a way to start this season, Doug Matag. We're so excited to have you out here. What a great race that was between you and the former champ last year, Brad Lovell.
Oh, it was so much fun. I love racing with these guys. They're so clean. You know, it's just real racing, not banging and bumping all the whole time. I give him his room. He made a little mistake. I got by him, And then I made the same mistake. He got by me, and I did it again. It's just that corner over there is tricky, and it was so much fun. I'm so excited. I can't thank everybody enough, you know, that gets me out here. Ethica, Cooper Tires, Aero Motorsports, Custom Off-Road Design, my mom, my dad. Everybody make this possible for me. I can't do it without them.
Well, congratulations on your first win here at Torque, and we're really excited to have you out here, Doug.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh, guys, there's your first place finisher, Doug Matag here, Supercross Ethica truck.
Along with, which you also mentioned, along with all the trophies and the interviews and the pictures, we'll find out in just a moment. We also have another award, that the Oakley Bomb Run Award. It's a very cool looking, it looks like a missile almost that Oakley produces, and goes to the fastest lap time of the race of each pro class. So we'll find out in just a moment who the Oakley Bomb winner is. And then also the Traxxas has a max lap presentation, I believe. It looks like CJ Greaves already has it in his hand.
Right?
Yeah.
So it looks like CJ Greaves has the check for the Traxxas Max Lap Award.
Yeah, you got it, Kelly.
So once again, we'll turn over to Kelly Snyder, who's got our second and third place finishers. Kelly?
CJ, you ready?
Okay, guys, down here with our second place finisher, CJ Greaves. CJ, I see you're taking home the Traxxas Max Lap here. Maybe you can tell people what this is all about this year. I know you got a lot of these last year.
Yeah, the Traxxas Max Lap is money Traxxas puts up for the fastest lap of the race.
And that's definitely what you had today, right?
For sure. I mean, we had a strong truck. We got shuffled a little bit in the beginning, and we just worked our way through this monster Toyota Maxxis, Method wheels. I mean, all of our crew who's been working all winter, they all did a great job, and we just came up a little bit short tonight.
So the one place to pass on the track, I think, is this right-hander right here. You were definitely making a lot of your passes over here.
Yeah, you know, it was hard to pass, and the sun was brutal in your eyes, so you just had to do what you could to get around people.
Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, all Monster Toyota, Maxxis, Method, Fox Shocks, Magnaflow Exhaust, all my crew, my family, everyone, thanks a lot.
Well, congratulations to our second place finisher, CJ Greaves. And we'll move on over and get Keegan Kincaid here with our third place finish right there on the last lap. You made that pass on our former champion from 2012, Brad Lovell. What a pass that was.
Yeah, I've been struggling the whole race, and I just finally started getting that corner, that far corner down there, figured out, and I knew I had to close up on these guys because they were battling hard, and Brad made a mistake, and CJ got into it over there, and I just had to go for it and came out on the box, so I'm happy.
You were planning that pass, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out good. You know, I got to thank Traxxas, Amsoil, Maxxis tires. You know, it all worked good today.
Well, a great way for these pro lights to finish. We've got our top three finishers, Doug Matag, CJ Greaves, and Keegan Kincaid in third.
Well, thanks a lot, Kelly. And by the way, she's got to have the best seat in the house. And, you know, you got to love technology. As we're watching the race and we're calling the race here and doing interviews and such, various ones of us, including myself, are getting text messages via these crazy smartphones. So we got somebody in Hawaii right now that just texted me, and they're watching the race on their computer back in Hawaii. So, Tim, what do I say? He's in Hawaii watching us. What does everybody think about that here in Kansas? Yeah. Tim, you're watching? They say they're booing you. They hope you're having a good time, but they bring something back from Hawaii for us, okay, Tim? Also, right before the race started, I got a text message from Kurt Greaves, the uncle of CJ Greaves, wishing his nephew and his brother Johnny, who's coming up later on in Pro 4, go get him, Greaves boys. I mean, stuff like that is so cool to get from this technology that's available to us today. So a lot of cool things going on. I got a text message from a buddy in northern Wisconsin. Beef. Yeah, you should be here. And yeah, that's what we call him, Beef. He's a big guy, so it's kind of obvious we call him Beef. There's a close-up of Doug Matag up on the Jumbotron. His first win ever in his first race ever in the Traxxas TORC series, so congratulations to that young man.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Hey, Wes, you hear me down there? Hey, Wes, this is Scott. Come on up. Let's check out some of these Traxxas RC trucks. Tell us what's going on out here on the track, man.
Am I going to work? Check. Can you hear me? Is this working? Kelly.
Hey, Wes, come on out. Grab some of those guys from Traxxas. Let's play with some of these RC cars.
Hey! All right, let's get these Traxxas trucks, the fastest name in radio control. Hey, guys, you having a good time tonight? Somebody scream! That's what I'm talking about. Dodge City, that's where it all started back in the 17 and 1800s, where we got a shootout, a showdown in Cowtown tonight. We got the fastest name in radio control right here. Watch out! Woo! Hey, if you like what you see so far, you like the racing, the bottom bar, the fender banging action, somebody scream! Well, you better buckle up, because I'm telling you what, we got Pro 2s coming out, Pro 4s. Look at these RC trucks, the fastest name in radio control, Traxxas. Years in development right there. They made a truck that's indestructible. Look at that, a backflip, all on 4 wheels. And I'm telling you, when you go shopping for Junior or even Pops needs a new toy, you gotta go and you get him a Traxxas truck. Look at that thing right there. Unbelievable, 0 to 60 miles an hour. And they're indestructible. You can almost submerge these trucks. I've seen one submerged. A guy jumps in a lake, he fishes it out for his kid, and the thing works. Look out! Woo! Hey guys, you guys are getting a little quiet. I heard there's a big crowd here tonight. Dodge City, make some noise! Yeah, here they come again. Backflip, double, triple backflip. Come on, guys, put your hands together for the fastest name in radio control. All right, here we go. He's lining up the ramp. Does a wheelie, does a triple, almost 5 backflip, and lands on all 4 wheels. Tell us a little bit about these trucks over here there, Junior. Give me the go-ahead. Well, tell me what's cracking.
All right, well, we are Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control. And we've got cars for every terrain and anybody. So if you want a car that'll go faster than anything you've ever driven, you want one of these e-Revos right here. Now say you've got a child that you're a little afraid to get them in these cars. These cars can also be cut to 50% power, so they learn how to drive the car and then they can move on to one of these fast e-Revos. If you guys are looking for a car, we have a vending trailer right outside the gate, or you can go to Traxxas.com, that's TRAXXAS.com, and find a dealer locator near you, or just order it online. These cars are pretty awesome. They're also customizable to as far as your imagination will take you. Any color, any model, any tire, anything you're looking for, you can make that truck turn into something that you want it to look like. What do you think, Wes? How do you like these things?
I tell you, I have one myself, and you cannot destroy these trucks. They take a licking and keep on ticking. Hey, they're not the fastest name in radio control for nothing. This is top of the line, top quality, and radio control trucks. When you think about the best in the business, you better think about Traxxas.
That's right, and what's great about these cars is that if you are running them this hard, you're that good, and you do happen to break something on them, you can go online, go to a hobby shop near you, and all the parts are about $3 to $10. Pick up a part, put it on the car, fix your car, and you're ready to get back on the track. These aren't cars you can buy at a local store near you and throw it away once they break. They are always fixable and always ready to run.
All right, here we go. Another triple, 4, a quad backflip. I mean, when you're talking about buying something for Christmas and you want to, get something that's durable, dependable, and in 2 weeks it's not broke, you better get online at Traxxas.com and you get these Traxxas trucks. And they even got boats. They got a boat back there, radio-controlled boat, 50 miles an hour. It's incredible. What do you think about that?
The boats are absolutely incredible because, I mean, you have to get a real boat actually to chase it out there on the lake.
That is.
Also came out with our brand new helicopters. We have a QR1 and a DR1, and they're pretty cool because you can play them inside the house and not really wreck anything. So if you have kids that want to really maybe be a little bit annoying, these helicopters are perfect.
I think my mom would let me stick to the radio-controlled car or truck outside. I don't think she's turned me loose on a Traxxas helicopter inside the house.
I mean, they're pretty small and they're really easy to run. They're about $100. So if you're looking for something really affordable and pretty awesome and durable with that Traxxas quality, you're going to want our helicopters.
Well, that is awesome out there. Hey, guys, remember Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control is Traxxas right there. I've even seen these guys take it up and kick it up a notch. I've seen a radio-controlled F-150 all by itself. It go all the way around this track right here. They operate it from inside the stands up there. But I'm telling you, when it comes to Traxxas, it is the fastest name in radio control. It is second to none, the best in modern technology. Yeah!
You got 10 minutes, Cannon.
I got 10 minutes? Okay, let's get this thing going here. Hey, Scott, let's kick it up there for a minute.
You got it, Wes. Thanks a lot. In fact, when you talk about Traxxas, you got to keep in mind that the Traxxas got their full support here this weekend. They've got, when you first walked in the gates, you saw their support rig all set up. They've got if you already have Traxxas RCs and you've got some broken parts possibly, they've got it right there in that semi. If you've got any questions at all about getting an RC racing or you're just having fun around the house, just beating up on stuff, anybody in a red Traxxas shirt will answer any kind of question for you. Back in the pit area, when you go there tonight, they've also got a display set up with every single thing that they make, Traxxas has on display. Everything from the John Force dragster, funny car that has top speed of 70 miles an hour to the XO1 that is a one-off vehicle that has a top speed off the shelf of over 100 miles an hour. And that's not scale speed, that's real speed. So Traxxas is here in full support. If you dig RCs, if you're interested in it, check it out here this weekend. I started talking about technology just a couple of minutes ago, and I got to give some shout out to some guys.
Hey, Scotty Rains.
Yo.
I wrap these T-shirts myself. I'm an expert cannoneer, so let's see. You guys want some T-shirts? Oh, no. Hold on one second. I'm in a different city every week, and I judge the city by how loud the crowd gets. So I want you guys to make some noise. Are you guys ready for some T-shirts? Load me up. Nope. How about this side over here? Uh-oh. Oh, give me another one. Give me another one. Uh-oh. Huh? Ready? Thanks, Dad.
Wes, you think you're kind of shooting a little bit on the high side? They'll catch fire coming back into orbit.
All right, guys, hold on a minute. Hold this for me one time. Hold that. Now, I want you guys to get real loud. I got two T-shirts left. Hold on, everybody listen up. Hold on, ho. I'm gonna split the crowd right here at the flag stand. I'm gonna kick it over to you guys. You're gonna say AMS. And this side over there is gonna say oil. So to go AMS oil. Loudest side gets the next two T-shirts on 1, 2, 3. Hold on a minute. These guys over here are not saying a word. They're letting you down. It's going to go AMS oil. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I tell you what, you guys are doing great. I'm going to fire two T-shirts over here, and I'm going to kick you guys 2 T-shirts because you guys are on fire. So hold my microphone, Miss Taylor. Let's do this. But you still got to keep making some noise. Now, let me hear you.
Hey, Wes, just a suggestion. Turn down the air pressure a little bit. His name is Wes Kane. He lives in South Florida. You can go to weskane.com.
Hey, not to worry. I have more T-shirts balled up. Don't worry. This is not the last time you're going to see a T-shirt cannon. I don't know if Taylor can throw it over the fence. Maybe not, but we're going to be back. You guys are awesome, man. We appreciate you guys being out here in Dodge City. I'm telling you, it is awesome.
Well, once again, that's Wes Kane and the girls from Traxxas. They'll be out trackside all night long. Once again, as I was talking earlier about modern technology, kind of cool things, and kind of one of the drivers that used to run the TORC series back in New Jersey is watching us on the internet right now. We got the twins up in northern Michigan, the Brent and Brock Smith. They're actually building a pro light right now. Hey, cameraman, what are you watching at? Oh boy. The Smith boys up in the UP, they're building a pro light right now. They hope to be on the track later on this year. Also, I got a big-time shout-out to a friend of mine. His dad's actually in the hospital in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Just had heart bypass surgery. He's got his laptop on his stomach right now watching us on the internet. So that's kind of a cool thing to know. And another friend of mine says hi from Florida. He's on vacation out in Florida watching his laptop in the hotel room in Florida. And oh yeah, Tim from Racing Dirties in Hawaii with his wife. And he want to let you know that there's some very cool T-shirts specifically designed and printed for this event here this weekend. You'll find them hanging up at the Racing Dirty trailer on your way out the door. Very cool design. Stop by, check out a commemorative T-shirt. The first ever off-road race here in Dodge City. You gotta love technology. Well, race fans, you can see that they're doing a little track work off to the right side in turn 1 and 2 of the oval. Get the heck into Dodge. How about that? Don't get the heck out of Dodge. Get the heck into Dodge. Banner out there, courtesy of Dodge City Convention and Visitors Bureau. Speaking of them, we want to thank them once again for providing us with dinner last night and the gunfight at Boot Hill, which is kind of cool. All the history of this city is just amazing. Kind of an eye-opening experience for some of us that have never been here before and what the Midwest is all about. Now look to the left side of the grandstands, back in staging. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Pro 2 warming up. 900 horsepower.
We're in the staging area right now. The hot
working their way up
these guys
to
are ready
temperature.
to take the field.
And it looks like
Steve
West
Barlow,
Kane.
the rest of the crew out there. You gotta be careful. You know. That retreat, Pro 2. We got Steve Barlow over here. Just look at his eyes. Look at his eyes right there.
Testing, 1, 2, what's 1, 2, test, 1, 2, test, 1, 2, test. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, said it was good.
Well, race fans, I'm not sure if you know what
That's what we want to do.
what's going on. What's kind of cool, there's a friend of mine just texted me back in New Jersey. In his home, next to his fireplace, in his living room, he's got his laptop.
Hey, can you hear me, John? I'm down here in the hot pits. We were getting ready for Pro 2 action. I got Kelly.
I hate him.
Kelly bringing the podium interviews. Great job out there, Kelly, on that one.
Now that everybody knows your name, we all
And the
hate
hot
you.
pits are really starting to get hot. Our Pro 2 drivers are down in the short chute. Hey. Yeah. Hey, come on. Hey, you got me over there? Come on, let's do some live feed. All right, I got. You ready? Let's do this. I'm embedded with the Red Bull crew. They got the big #1 plate on the side of that truck. Do you think he's got what it takes to go ahead and rise Invocation tonight here at Dodge City and take the #1 spot?
Oh, no doubt about it. Bryce is an awesome driver, and he's going to go out and do it here tonight.
Tell us what it means for you guys to be here and represent that #1 plate on the Red Bull truck.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a dream come true. This is our third opportunity, to go for it here, so we're all excited.
So if Bryce wins tonight, I don't owe you $2 for the water, right?
No, not at all. Matter of fact, I'll buy you a couple of beers.
I'm going to let you guys go back to work. Hey, there you have it. The Red Bull guys say they're confident. Their driver's going to take the win here.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, test, 1, 2. Testing.
All right, guys, I'm down here with
1, 2.
two to go, 1 to go next time. I'm down here with Chad Horde's crew chief. Where's he at? Hey, little man, what's happening, man? Chad Horde. I've seen him before.
Well, race fans, here comes our lineup of Pro 2, 900 horsepower. Here's our lineup on the inside out of Temecula, California. Driving the Reach Real Outdoor Energy Drink #2, that is Steve Barlow. Outside of him, from northern Wisconsin, driving number 80 Amsoil Chevrolet, that is Mike Oberg. Inside of row 2, from Phelps, Michigan, northern Michigan, driving the Boss Snowplow Nissan #9, Chad Horde. Outside of him, from Orem, Utah, driving the Ithaca Cooper Tires Ford, that is Matt Cook. Out next row inside, number 21, from Las Vegas, Nevada, one of, if not the winningest off-road driver in history, that is Rob McCachran. Outside of him, two-time defending class champion, also from Las Vegas, that is Bryce Menzies. Next row back, the number 47, the CEO of Traxxas out of Dallas, Texas, the 47 of Mike Jenkins. Outside of him, his brother, number 25, the Traxxas entry of Mark Jenkins. And from San Diego, California, number 81, that's Nick Tyree. Alongside Nick Tyree, as we got one lap to go. Driving the Popcorn Sutton, number 5, there's Mark Kwame from Columbus, Ohio. And the back row, his first race ever in Pro 2, out of Monona, Iowa. Driving the NKS Carpet Care Chevrolet, Justin Keener. And alongside Justin Keener, the young man is not even 20 years old. Driving the Monster Energy Toyota number 33 was Justin Pro Light, now in Pro 2. And it's CJ Greaves. The Nissan Frontier, watch for the lights. Dodge City on your feet. Here comes Pro 2. It's Mike Goldberg with the whole shot. Chad Horde in second. Bryce Menzies third. Steve Barlow fourth. And Matt Cook in the top 5. Mark Jenkins in the number 25 finds himself about mid-pack. A few car lengths up front of him is the Barlow, and that number 2 battling with Matt Cook. Cook goes way wide, pushes hard. McCachran moves up one spot. Rob McCachran now finds himself in the top 5. So it's Oberg, Chad Horde, Bryce Menzies, Steve Barlow, and Rob McCachran now in the top 5. Matt Cook in 6th. Mark Jenkins, CJ Greaves moving up big time. Our leaders make their way back into the infield. About 3 car lengths up front is Horde. Running in second. And here comes McCachran inside of Barlow. Former teammates about 3 years ago. And McCachran over-rotates. Will lose 2 spots. He'll fall back to 6th as Oberg still finds himself up front. Chad Horde maintains second. He'll duck down to the low line, trying to work his way to the inside of Oberg. Chad Horde battling big time right now for the lead. And here comes Bryce Menzies. Up on 2 wheels, still hangs on to 3rd. But down the straightaways, they separate just a little bit, but then all 3 trucks come together in the corners as Horde now tries the inside line in the final turn. Horde now has the inside line, Oberg up against the wall through turn 1 and 2. Oberg will hang on to the lead, but by ever so slight. Bryce Menzies forcing the issue on Chad Horde for second. They touch so slightly to that right-hand turn in the infield. Chad Horde at one point was the aggressor going after the lead, but now he has to protect his spot a little bit from Bryce Menzies, as now Barlow running that 4th spot, hanging on to the position with Matt Cook right there, Rob McCackert and C.J. Greaves. Our top 3 trucks bouncing hard through that right-hand turn in the infield. Through that rhythm section, now into turn number 7. Actually, that's turn 4. Turn 4 coming out of the corner, down the front straightaway. Chad Horde bounced off the outside wall. Big sparks from Chad Horde as they go into turn 1. Hangs on to 2nd. Something's going to happen right here through the infield. They are bumper to bumper, 1st through 3rd. Bryce Menzies has nowhere to go, dives to the outside. Still nothing happening. Chad Horde dynamites the inside. Goes inside of Oberg. The door was open ever so slightly, and Chad Horde now takes the lead. Now our leaders have to deal with lap traffic as Justin Keener pushes hard to the outside. And Bryce Menzies now pulls up alongside of Mike Oberg. Keener pulls off to the side, and here comes Mark Jenkins in the hot pits. The Traxxas number 25 pulls off the track. And they're 3 wide, right at the competition yellow. And C.J. Greaves' day is done. C.J. Greaves, big time damage on the right front. The monster Toyota of young C.J. Greaves looks like his day is done, and we'll send it down to Wes Kane, who's got some information down the hot pits. Wes?
All right, down there in the hot pits, they got Mark Jenkins in there. Hey, what's going on with Mark Jenkins? Why is he in the pits?
He said he had some training problems. We're not sure right now. The truck's still able to go under its own power, but it seems like the training's slipping.
We're under competition yellow. This could be you guys maybe try to get him back out there.
He's going to go back out and see what happens, see if he can make a go of it.
Mark Jenkins in the pits. He's got some issues out there. They're going to try to spin the wrenches real quick. It's a competition yellow. Hopefully, he can get back in the race. We got another truck down over here. Let's go over and see what's happening with C.J. Greaves. All right, we got C.J. Greaves over here. Let's find out what happened to C.J. Greaves' truck. C.J. Greaves trying to get himself unbolted. Stand up here, young man. Tell me, what do you see under there?
Broken ball joint right now.
Looks like a ball joint might have come loose. Let's get under here with that camera. Let's take a look and let's show them what's going on here. All the way down under there, it looks like a ball joint cut loose. Drop this A-frame all the way down. And that means it's going to be curtains for C.J. Greaves tonight. He did good in his pro light race, finishing up 2nd, but it looks like he's headed to the showers tonight. This truck is not going to make it. He's going to be ready for tomorrow. Let's talk to C.J. Greaves here in a second. C.J. Greaves, helmet coming off. Tell me what happened.
Hey, I don't know. We had a fast truck. I think we have a fastest truck out there right now, and we just came into the corner and hit a hole, and something just broke. So we'll get it back, get her going, and be ready for tomorrow.
You're going to be ready for tomorrow night. You had a great job you did in the pro light.
Yeah, thank you. We'll be ready, and this monster Toyota Maxxis truck is on fire this weekend.
All right, well, congratulations on your pro light, 2nd place. Tough break for tonight. Looks like you're headed to showers.
You know it.
Hey, C.J. Greaves, a smile on his face. Scotty Rains, we're going back up to you in the tower.
Thanks a lot, Wes. Going green this time, guys. There's a ton of action right now. We lost Mark Jenkins right at the halfway point. C.J. Greaves, his day is done as well also. But right now, let's look at the backstretch. Our leader, our top 3 trucks. Fantastic first half of racing. As with 1 lap before the competition yellow, Chad Horde takes the lead. Somehow Bryce Menzies also muscles his way into second, as we got a battle royale right now for the lead between these 2 young men, Chad Horde and Bryce Menzies. But don't count out Mike Goldberg. He can taste the first victory in a long, long time. Steve Barlow in the 4th spot. Rob McCachran 5th. Matt Cook 6th. Mike Jenkins 6th. And we got Nick Tyree, Mark Kwame, and Justin Keener. Green flag is out. We're underway. Chad Horde goes wide to the right-hand turn. Bryce Menzies, our defending class champion, now with the lead. And how about Rob McCachran now in the top 3? Mike Jenkins moves up. He's going inside of Barlow. Bryce Menzies starting to pull away from the field as he's got about 8-9 car length clear over Chad Horde. Rob McCachran now running in 3rd. Oberg 4th. Jenkins 5th. Matt Cook 6th. You can see these trucks are just struggling through the infield. That right-hand turn coming from dirt on the pavement is just upsetting the suspensions. Right now, Bryce Menzies is going to be awfully hard to beat. In a very familiar position right now.
Hey, get the throw, get the throw. We need 30 seconds.
The laps are starting to wind down.
Ready? Tell me when. Yeah. Mark Jenkins, I know it breaks your heart to have to watch this one wrap up from the sidelines. Tell us about it.
McCachran down in second. Over third.
But,
Chad Horde.
what are you going to do? It's,
1, 2, 3,
we're still
4
sticking out
spots.
fuel
way
and the
back
gremlins
to
and the
6th.
mechanics, and certainly there's more gremlins to shake out of this driver. Going back and getting into Pro 2 again. It's all
Meanwhile,
new, but we had a fairly smooth run going,
it's
and the
Bryce
track was going to come to
Menzies
us the second
so
half of
far
the race.
up
That's
front.
what we were doing, just
we
biding
go
our
over
time,
to-
waiting for it to come in for the tire condition that we set up
Wes
for it.
Kane, as he's got
The training just got locked up, wouldn't get
Mark
out of gear,
Jenkins
so
backside.
we had no drive, and then couldn't even get it off this pit row.
Sorry about your luck, and better luck tomorrow night.
Now you'll see me right here in about 10 minutes in Pro 4, baby. Rip.
There he is, Pro 4. Mark Jenkins coming back at you in the Pro 4. Back to you, Scotty Rains.
And Bryce Menzies is still pulling away from the field. Rob McCachran second. Oberg still running in third, and Matt Cook fourth. Mike Jenkins fifth. Chad Horde sixth. Almost a full straightaway now for Bryce Menzies through the infield over Rob McCachran. Oberg still running in third, but man, oh man, he's getting a ton of pressure right now from Matt Cook, who's battling for a podium spot in his first ever Pro 2 race. It looks like Mark Kwame, that number 5, Popcorn Sutton's White Whiskey's now having problems. He's slowing on the track and pulling off to the side. Bryce Menzies goes by. Matt Cook now right in the back bumper of Oberg. Pushes Oberg all the way through the corner. That last podium spot as the white flag is coming out. Bryce Menzies way up front. Matt Cook up on 2 wheels, trying to find a way around the outside on Oberg on the white flag lap. Rob McCackern, that blue and gray, Traxxas number 21. Oh, and Matt Cook goes around. He'll collect Mike Jenkins. Chad Hoare gets by. Steve Barlow gets by. Jenkins jumps in front of Matt Cook, and Cook is having all kinds of problems. Bounces off a tire marker. And the checkered flag goes to Bryce Menzies, 2-time defending class champion. Second to Rob McCackern. And finishing third, Mark Oberg. Fourth, Chad Horn. Fifth, Steve Barlow. And right on the back bumper, Mike Jenkins, Matt Cook, Nick Tyree cross the line. Bryce Menzies obviously picking up right from where he left off for the 2012 season, adding the first win of 2013 to his resume and the points lead. And you can see right now in the infield a very happy Bryce Menzies. Smoking the tires. Rob McCackern will make his way up to, looks like he's going to skip the podium interviews and head right towards the hot pits as Rob McCackern, Mike Jenkins, Mark Jenkins are all running in the Pro 4 race immediately following this. So they're going to go right to the pits, jump out of the Pro 2, into the Pro 4 and get ready for the next race. And we had mentioned it earlier, this is something that's really, really cool the track is doing. Just to let everybody know, the Dodge City Raceway Park has partnered with the National Wild Turkey Federation. They believe in their mission to conserve wildlife and preserve the hunting heritage. To help safeguard our hunting rights, and the NWTF has boldly stated they will introduce 1.5 million new hunters and open a 500,000 acres to public hunting over the next 10 years. So here's something really cool. We've got a young lady going through the pit area through the stands right now, selling tickets for $20 donation. There's only going to be 100 tickets sold. If your name gets drawn tonight, you can go home with a Ruger LC9 9mm pistol. We're going to send her through the stands. Buy a ticket. You got 1 in 100 chance to go home with a gun tonight. And that's going to serve the National Wild Turkey Federation and their mission to conserve wildlife and preserve our hunting heritage. We'll turn it over trackside right now to Kelly Snyder with what's got to be a real happy Bryce Menzies.
Well, thanks, Scott. Down here with our Pro 2 champ, Bryce Menzies, winning in 2012 the championship. What a good way to start 2013 for you.
Yeah, I know we started off pretty good last year, and we knew 2-time defending champ's going to come out that way, so we wanted to throw it all out there, but I got to give up for my whole team. They worked so hard to get this truck here. Long hours, and that's why this pays off. But I got to thank Red Bull, BFG Tires worked so amazing out there, KMC Wheels, Peak. Everybody helps me out. Thank you.
So let's talk about this track real quick. Starting after that mandatory caution, was that your game plan to make the pass there? Were you holding out until that second half?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to pass here, and it's super slippery, and the holes are getting huge in that right-hander. So I knew I just had to, be patient, take my time, and that's what I did. I worked my way around it, and then just ran away from it there.
Well, guys, your Pro 2 winner here tonight, Bryce Menzies. Give it up for him. Your Pro 2 champ in 2012, making a good start here in 2013. Well, thanks, guys. Down here with Rob McCackern, our second place finisher. Rob, a champion here in this Pro 2 class, definitely contender. We've talked about how busy all of these racers are this season. You having one of the busiest seasons you've ever had. How did you prepare coming into this season?
Well, I've been doing a lot of racing. That's right, Kelly. The truck performed great there at the beginning of the race. It was, everybody was spinning around, pushing and banging everything. We're trying to stay out of the way. And I, really struggled there for the first half of the race when they came up to that yellow. I decided we need to go. We need to try to get to the front. We got two guys going around the big sweeper, but about 4 laps to go, the motor started not running right. So we're kind of just settled in position, trying to get it to the finish and, gain some valuable points. And I can't thank everybody at Traxxas, BF Goodrich, Fox Shocks, all the guys on the Jenkins Brothers racing team. They did an awesome job in this truck, and we start off the season in second. So we got uphill, keep working, and we'll get there.
Well, guys, he gets a second. He's still not satisfied, looking for that first place finish. Are you coming for Bryce this year?
Oh, no doubt. Bryce ran really strong out there. He was struggling there at the beginning, too, to get the front. When he just got to the front, he checked out. So, we're going to go for it. He's got the championship 2 years in a row, and we want that thing.
Well, we saw the Traxxas truck on the second place spot here in the Pro 2 class. Congratulations, Rob.
Thank you very much.
As we take
Again, huh? See, this is it. It's Taylor.
Well, guys, I think, Mike, you're more excited about having the Traxxas girls down here with you during these interviews. But what a great race that was for you. How did the track change from the beginning of the race to the end?
Well, from the beginning of the race there, my tires were working really great. These General tires are hooking up. We had a great compound going out there, but this track is really brutal. So we're putting all this power down through this Pro Power motor, and she's just starting to rip up the tires somewhat there. So as the race went on, we did take and go with a different compound, and it did take and work better, but the 16 laps out here on such a brutal track here, and it's really eating it up, but this Pro Power motor, this J&H transmission really hooked up good for us, and all our temperatures were good. I was actually getting cold in the truck because we're going along pretty good, and we're getting a lot of wind in this thing, but they did a great job on the track here, and it was a good battle up there. And I seen when Bryce came along and got into Chad right there a little bit, and Rob did and everything. I'm like, oh, geez, I got to be able to get myself up there again. But the race was good in the beginning. Tires and everything hooked up good, but later on there, we just kind of faded just a little bit, but this motor still here is a tired motor, even though it's one of Billy Sleeper's Pro Power engines. It took and made it from last season. This has got 7 races on this motor now, and even the tranny, and everything's holding up good. This AMS oil is keeping everything cool, and we're having a good time out here. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it's all about attrition with these trucks. Having an early start, finishing third, a great race for you, I think.
Well, yeah, considering this is the first time I got this truck since it was October last year in Lancaster, so I was pretty happy with this.
Well, congratulations to our third place finisher, Mike Oberg. Let's give it up for all our Pro 2 finishers today. Bryce Menzies in first, Rob Cassidy in second, and Mike Oberg here in third.
Thanks a lot. Testing 1, 2. Thanks a lot, Kelly, as we get ready for our final race of the night. Some of the people behind the scenes. Well, once again, race fans, keep in mind, we have a young lady walk through the pit area selling some tickets for something very, very cool. And this is exactly why I love the Midwest. I miss the Midwest. I'm a Wisconsin boy, but I live on the West Coast right now. I guarantee this, that we wouldn't be doing this in California. The Dodge City Raceway Park has partnered with the National Wild Turkey Federation They believe in their mission to conserve wildlife and preserve the hunting heritage. To help safeguard hunting rights, and the NWTF has boldly stated they will introduce 1.5 million new hunters and open another 500,000 acres to public hunting over the next 10 years. With the partnership, they hope to be sending one lucky winner tonight from this race home with a gun. That's right, their partnership, the Dodge City Raceway Park and the NWTF will be sending one lucky fan here tonight home with a gun, and maybe even guns for the entire racing season. Tonight, for just $20 donation, you can get your name in the hat for a Ruger LC9 9mm pistol. This pistol comes complete with the Ruger LaserMax grip system. They are only offering 100 tickets tonight. You heard it, 100 tickets. We got a young lady walking the stands selling the tickets. They will give the gun away tonight as soon as we sell all 100 tickets. So partner with the Dodge City Raceway Park and the NWTF to help preserve our hunting heritage. Your donation supports the NWTF and their mission, as well as the Dodge City Raceway Park. I know there we have, she's just to the left side, just to the right side, I should say, of the press box here at the top. Only 100 tickets are being sold at $20 a piece, and you could go home with a gun. I love the Midwest. It's an incredibly great cause, and where I live right now, I can guarantee you this, they wouldn't be doing it at any racetrack there. Some of the companies behind the scene that helped put this whole thing on, not only this weekend, but for the rest of the 2013 summer, is Murphy Tractor and Equipment. They are one of the John Deere's largest North American construction equipment dealer organizations. So check out murphytractor.com. And don't forget about Can Equipment. Can Equipment can fill any of your construction equipment or agricultural needs. For more information, check canequip.com. Thank you. Well, let's go trackside. Once again, I turn it over to Wes Kane, who's having a little bit more fun than one man should have at a racetrack. Wes? Well, once again, Wes is down there trackside. Turn the air pressure down. Just a tad. Turn it down, Wes. We also got the gang out here once again from Traxxas with some Revos. Here we go. You know what? I wonder if the local airport is having issues with something high flying right now. Oh! That's Bryce out there, trackside. Bryce Menzies, our Pro 2 winner. Hey, Bryce, when was the last time you got booed? That young man has won the Baja 500. He has won the Baja 250, won the Baja 1000. Two-time Pro 2 champion. And he just got booed. Want to remind everybody, after the race is done tonight, please stick around. Come on down to the pit area. Hang out with the drivers. Get some pictures, autographs, and I guarantee this, after the last two races, there will be autograph material available via front fenders, hoods, doors, rear quarter panels. Get the drivers to sign up for you and head home with a really cool souvenir from tonight's round one of racing. One flip, two flip. You know, we can't talk about Traxxas enough. I mean, it's some of the coolest things you're ever going to find. And you know what? They're not just toys. I hate to call them toys, but the thing is, I got one just because. How about that? That's a first. We've never done that before. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm thinking there's a little Dorothy action going on right now. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I'm just getting a radar report right now that the storm is to the north. There's a little, what do you say, a little pathway right down the middle of one to the north and one to the south, and Dodge City is smack dab in the middle of that clearing. So, as ominous as it looks, it's to the north of us, so no worries. We want everyone to stick around and have some fun after the racing's done tonight. Who wants to see them smuck that Red Bull sign again? Come on! Let's see if they can destroy that Red Bull sign or the RC truck, one or the other, or maybe both. Come on! Come on, Billy! That's Bill Easterly III down there controlling it. Come on. Come on, pal! We know you can do it. Once again, don't forget, I'm going to bug you and bug you and bug you. We want you to stick around. Come on down to the pits, hang out. You just look at all of those semis. They all got awnings. If you look at it, you see the dark clouds. Well, I just told you that a little moment ago. A friend of mine come up here with an iPad, showed me the radar. We are right smack dab in a little bit of a clearing right in the middle. Believe it or not, I swear to God, I saw the radar. It said we're in this clearing. The big storm is north of us. There's a little bit of one south of us, and we're right smack dab in the middle of this clearing. But if you look down those pits, you see all those awnings? If it does come, we got plenty of places for you to hang out. And that's the cool part. You get to hang out with the race teams. Huh? Yeah, we got, there's some of those awnings have music underneath. We could come up with a little dancing maybe, you know? Entertain ourselves possibly. I was just told that we need to sell some more tickets. I want everyone to look down. If you look at the flag tower, go right down to the railing, and to your left, right smack dab in front of, what would that be, D and E sign. There it is. She's got a black sweatshirt on and the white apron. Looks like she's making cookies or something. But she's selling tickets for a pistol. How many girls in the country right now you think are selling tickets to win a pistol? Well, she is. Huh? Yep, go down to her. Well, that's kind of what I just said. Go down to her. She's selling tickets for a pistol. Come on, guys. I don't see anybody going down there. A $20 ticket will get you a chance to go home with a 9mm Ruger tonight. Looks like the track is getting very close to being ready to go. Come on, who wants to buy a ticket? $20 to win a $600 pistol. I can guarantee you this, they won't be announcing that at a racetrack in California. All those tree huggers out there. You can see some of the race teams are now located just to the outside, or I should say the inside of pit road, getting all set up and ready to go for the Pro 4 race. Hey, Dodge City, I'm going to ask you something. What? At least you're listening, huh? If we come back in 2014 and a little bit nicer weather, you guys gonna come back? Really? Really? If we come back in 2014, you guys gonna come back with your friends? Can you guarantee me better weather? No? How about some pocket heaters or something, one of those old packet things, you know? Colorado? I wouldn't mind going there. Yeah, but you guys still got snow, right? No worse than here. I will say this, though. I feel like I'm home again. Because driving to the track yesterday, I started out in ice. Then I saw green grass. Then a couple miles later, I saw about 6 inches of snow. And a little while later, about 15 miles later, I saw more green grass. And then I pulled into Dodge City. I think we pretty much had it covered.
Gonna do, Kelly.
And then I'm thinking Wizard of Oz right about now, you know? Where's those crazy witches, you know?
Hey, dude, get by the podium. Come on, get by the podium.
Well, let's turn it over to Kelly Schneider. She's
Mic
down
check,
trackside
1, 2.
somewhere. Kelly?
Well, thanks, Scott. We're down here at the podium. Wes and I are going to talk about our picks here for the Pro 4 race coming up. Who do you think is going to take the checkers?
Well, I tell you, Rick Johnson looked really, really strong, but he's got some tough competition out there. I can't name any names, but I've known Rick Johnson for almost 25 years, and that guy's a born winner, and he definitely knows how to, you know what they say, stroke a race was born to race, and that guy, he knows how to wheel that truck around.
Oh, well, I mean, two-time champion here in a row, has been a Pro 2 champ in the past. Talking about Pro 2 champs, though, we have Rob McCagron coming into the Pro 4 category. During practice, some of his lap times were faster than Rick Johnson, so really exciting to see what's going to happen there. First time in the Pro 4 here in the Torque Series.
I think some of these young rookies that are moving up in the Pro 4 are going to have to step aside a little bit. The crafty veterans have their own little crafty little toolbox out, and I think they got a few tricks up their sleeve for the race fans here tonight at Dodge City.
No doubt. These guys definitely know how to drive. So let's send it back up to Scott. I think we're about to start this race.
No. Wait a second. You guys are forgetting somebody. The Wild Man is on the front row.
Uh-oh. I see. I didn't know that.
The
now
Wild
you just changed
Man.
my whole plan.
By the way,
Senny.
last chance
Adrian's
to buy
Senny.
tickets. Last
Senny,
chance to
yes.
buy tickets for that pistol.
Uh-oh. There's the Wild Man in his orange truck now. Up to you, Scott.
All right. Hey, race fans, listen closely. This is for the pistol. Real quick. If your number is 0050, you're going home with a gun. Where are you? Come on up here. 0050. Come on up here. You're going home with a Ruger pistol. Race fans, here's our lineup on the front row on the inside from New York City. Driving the Maxxis Tire, four-wheel parts. That's the Wild Man, Adrian Cheney. On the outside of him on the front row, out of Dallas, Texas, driving number 25, Traxxas entry. That is Mark Jenkins. Second row, inside, out of El Cajon, California. And I can say for the first time, from Bondwell, Wisconsin, driving the AMSoil, Boyle exhaust number 7, the big man, Scott Douglas. Outside of him, the winningest driver in off-road racing history from Las Vegas, Nevada, driving the number 21 Traxxas blue and gray entry, that is Rob McCachran. Third row inside from Green Bay, Wisconsin, another young gun you got to keep your eye on, the Monster Energy Toyota, number 22 of Johnny Greaves. And outside of him, from San Diego, California, driving the Red Bull Ram, the number 1 two-time defending champion, Ricky Johnson. And rounding out the field, also from Dallas, Texas, the CEO of Traxxas, number 47, that is Mike Jenkins. Oh, I can feel the warmth from here. Yeah! Dodge City, are you ready for Pro 4? Get on your feet, because here they come. 900 plus horsepower. Come on, let's hear it, Dodge City! Through turn 1, look at Douglas the inside! Just for a moment, Scott Douglas pulled up alongside. From third to first, Douglas has the lead! It's Scott Douglas, Mark Jenkins, Johnny Greaves, Adrian Cheney, Rob McCachran. And how about this? Ricky Johnson and Mike Jenkins dead last. Down the backstretch. Mark Jenkins now going to try that outside-inside move. Scott sees it coming, tucks the inside, blocks the line. Douglas hangs on to the lead. Mark Jenkins running in second. Johnny Greaves third. Mark Jenkins and Douglas have a long history the last few years racing against each other. Not afraid to lead, and Johnny Greaves pulls off the track. The Monster Energy Toyota, Johnny Greaves, off the track on lap number 2, and his night is done. And how about Ricky Johnson? Moves up into third, but here comes the wild man, Adrian Cheney, back to the inside. And Cheney backs into the corner. Ricky Johnson, slide jobs, retakes third. Douglas still running up front. Now here comes Rob McCachran inside of Cheney. McCachran now moves up one spot. He'll go wide. Cheney comes right back. He'll go to the outside. Here comes McCachran back to the inside. And Douglas over-rotates. We'll lose 4, 5 spots. Ducks 2 into the corner too early. And we'll go all the way back to mid-pack. Mark Jenkins up front. Oh, we got a car over. Rob McCachran over in the right-hand turn to the infield. So it looks like we're going full course yellow as Rob McCachran is on his lid, blocking nearly the entire corner. Now we'll see if they can get McCachran back on his wheels before the leader goes around.
Down here, I got Rob McCachran upside down. I see flames starting to erupt from the bottom of his truck. They're going to try to get him turned back over, but that is Rob McCachran back there on that Traxxas truck, flipped upside down. Kelly, What do you think?
Well, I know the guys were talking about this right-hand turn is one of the tightest turns out here on the track. That was definitely going to be the hard spot to pass. That's what the guys are trying to make those passes on. But with that tight of a pass and that tight of a turn right there, a truck was bound to flip over like Rob Mack. He's back over. Oh!
Look out, we got fire! Go, 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 go. You're all right, you're all right. You're all right, it's out. It's out, it's out. It's out, baby. It's out, baby. It's out.
Well, race fans, you can see right there, our track crew is right on the spot. Rob McCacker now standing and talking to the safety crew. They are right there on the spot. Rob was able to get out on his own power as the team was right there and put the fire out. It looks like we're going to err on the side of caution. Going to really check him out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Rob McCacker, without a doubt, is one of the winningest drivers in off-road racing history, as he has well over 200 wins in his career. This year, now listen closely to this, he's not only racing short course in 2 different sanctioning bodies, he's also racing in 3 different sanctioning bodies in desert racing. So this is where it gets really interesting. He is racing 7 different types of trucks in 8 different racing series. We're talking about 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive short course trucks. We're talking about trophy trucks in the desert, Class 1 cars in the desert. Rob McCacker can drive it all. So right now, Dodge City, let's hear it for one of the winningest drivers in off-road racing history, Rob McCacker.
Not only is he a hot driver, he knows how to get out of that car in a hot hurry. Rob McCacker, you had us scared.
Yeah, you know, we got by Adrian, and in that corner he got me and tipped me over, and you know, there was nothing leaking when I was sitting upside down, but when they turned it over, it started leaking fuel out. So as soon as I saw that thing land on its wheels, you know, I knew the fuel. I tried to get out of there as quick as I could. Everything's good. We're okay.
It was a hot Rob McCacker. Hey, you did what your mom always told you to do. You stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that. You know, they beat that India, and you know, I'd planned for things like that. You would never wish something like that would happen ever. But you know, I thought in my head many times what to do if something like that happened. So I was prepared, and luckily we got this good impact safety equipment, and I'm good to go.
All right, Rob McCacker, we're going to let you go get checked out, the infield care unit. Make sure you're okay. Rob McCacker. He's up and running. He had us scared, but there he is. Give us that thumbs up, Rob. Give us that thumbs up. Rob McCacker, race fans, that just goes to show you the self-fortitude that these athletes here at Traxxas, the Off-Road Championship Series right here in the beautiful city of Dodge City. Hey, back to you, Scotty Rains.
Thanks a lot, Wes. And once again, another guy has the best seats in the house as he's down trackside, right there in the middle of all the action. And it looks like we've got our field back underway. Once again, Scott Douglas. Let's see if we've got our lineups corrected. Douglas, you know what? I believe we're going to go back to the last completed lap. I believe that may be the call. We're going back to the last completed lap, and that means Scott Douglas will retake the lead. Mark Jenkins in second. Ricky Johnson third, and I believe there's an issue right now between Adrian Cheney and Mike Jenkins. We're going to find out right now if we're going to give him one more lap around before we go back to green flag racing. I'm going to find out real quick what the call exactly is. Well, I was able to confirm exactly what I thought. They're going back to the last completed lap. where Douglas had the lead, Jenkins in second, Ricky Johnson third. It looks like Mike Jenkins will have fourth, Adrian Cheney fifth, and Johnny Greaves back on the track will be in the sixth spot, but I believe he is one lap down. I'm not sure. I believe Johnny is one lap down. Wow, Dodge City. What do you think of Profar so far, huh? I'm going to ask you this again. Will you come back next year? Yeah? Well, I think we might be too. Here we go! Through turn one, Douglas on the inside, Johnson way up top. He's got to run up the corner, but has to check up. Jenkins goes the outside, as Scott's got his hands full of Traxxas and Red Bull. Here's where the track is all getting rutted up. Douglas comes out clean. Our entire field gets through cleanly, but it's only going to get crazier as the race goes on. And look at the ruts in turn 4 coming back onto the oval. Channy's gotten back around Mike Jenkins. Oh, man, Johnson now in the second. But here comes Mark Jenkins the inside. The more that Jenkins and Johnson battle back and forth as Johnson goes inside. Johnson clips the inside tire marker, and it looks like Ricky will take second away from Jenkins. Oh, man! Almost a perfect slide job by Ricky Johnson for the lead. Scott's got to keep it tight to the inside, protect that line, because Johnson's on the move. He's forcing the issue. Johnson once again clips the inside tire marker. They're side by side down the front stretch. Here's that slide job. Johnson has the lead. Douglas now comes to the inside. It's Johnson, Douglas, Jenkins, Cheney, and Jenkins. They're literally tiptoeing through that right-hand turn as there are huge ruts coming back up onto the blacktop infield area. And it looks like Johnson may be slowly pulling away. Up towards now about 8 car length lead over Scott Douglas. Jenkins now going inside. Was going to try the inside line on Douglas. Douglas able to hold him off. And the competition yellow comes out, and this is where it's going to get fun because now the lead that Ricky Johnson had has gone away. As the Nissan Frontier pace truck pulls out onto the track, it'll be Ricky Johnson, Scott Douglas, Mike Jenkins, Adrian Cheney, Mark Jenkins, and Johnny Greaves in tow. If we were in a back alley right now, we'd be taking our gloves off. This is where the boys will be getting serious.
Hey, you're on.
There's no more holding back.
Well, Wes, let's just talk about what just happened out there with Rob McCachran. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in this sport, and trust me, I've been around this for a very long time.
Well, I see Rob McCachran's car a little bit on fire underneath. When they flipped it up, it got engulfed. I'm an ex-Marine, so I'm running to wherever the action is, so I didn't see Rob McCachran exit the vehicle. Then I seen him pop out. He stopped, dropped, and rolled, and it looked like he was going to roll all the way back to Cimarron. So I got him up, let him know he's okay. He had me scared, but you know what? When it comes to life or limb, we got to help we're all family here, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I know that you called Ricky Johnson to win this race, and the guy's leading up front. Do you think he can hold it for the rest of this after the mandatory caution?
We'll see if Ricky Johnson is too hip like he used to be in the old days. But I'm telling you, you got to watch these other drivers. There's Scott Douglas out there. There's Adrian Cheney and the Jenkins brothers, and they're not done yet. Those boys are tough. So we're going to have to see how this one unfolds. And watch Johnny Greaves back there. He had some issues in the first segment. Let's see if Greaves now has some up his sleeve for the rest of the field.
I agree with that, and we know the legendary Scott Douglas-Mark Jenkins battle is sure to ensue the second half of this race. So, guys, this is going to be one crazy finale here tonight. I'm glad you guys are all here watching it. Scott?
You got it. Thanks a lot, guys. Man, I wish I was down in the infield right on top of what's going on like you guys are, but somebody's got to be up top getting the bird's eye view. Right now, once again, it's Ricky Johnson, two-time defending champion and one-time Pro 2 champion. 3 consecutive years of being in the top spot at the end of the year. Running up front, Scott Douglas in second. Will he have enough in that tank? And I don't mean his fuel tank in that truck, I mean him. Can he reach down deep and go back after that lead? The pace truck's off the track. We're going back to green flag racing! Johnson gets a great jump off the line. Douglas slides through turn 1, still in second. Cheney, for a moment, pulled up alongside Jenkins for third. Man, they are skipping through that right-hand turn to the infield. Ricky Johnson's line around turn 1 is getting higher and higher every lap up against that wall. And Jenkins just goes crazy into turn 2. Tries to bonsai move inside of Douglas and bounce up the left side of the truck and will lose 2 spots. That puts Adrian Cheney now in the third. Mark Jenkins trying to go around his brother Mike Jenkins. Mark now around the inside through turn 1. Ricky Johnson about 10 car length lead down that backstretch. And Douglas backs in that truck through turn 2. Douglas is digging, baby. He is digging right now in second. Cheney running at third, holding off both the Jenkins boys. And again, through turn 1, Johnson up against that wall. And as of right now, Scotty Douglas in second really doesn't have anything for him. A mistake may have to be made for Douglas to have any shot at the lead. And again, Jenkins bounces off of Cheney now. Through that infield area, Jenkins just pile driving his way, and they bounce off each other again. It's Mark Jenkins and Adrian Cheney making major contact. Oh, man! Mark Jenkins goes around, up and over after contact with Cheney, and now Cheney has a broken front end. It looks like Cheney's tie rod on his right front may be broken as both front tires are pointed to the middle. A big-time battle going on between Mark Jenkins and Adrian Cheney has taken them both out of the race, with Mark Jenkins up on his lid. Adrian Cheney now appears to be broken tie rod or steering rods as both tires are pointed in opposite directions. As you knew that was coming, as they're making contact for a good half a lap now, as Mark was just pile driving his way through the field, and Adrian coming right back, having nothing for him, wasn't about to take it. And you can see right now, Adrian struggling to get off the track. Let's send it down to Kelly now, trackside. Kelly?
Thanks, Scott. Down here with Mark Jenkins behind us. Did not have a good day in the Pro 2. Broke out here and ended up in the hot pits again here in the Pro 4. Up on top of his hood here. Hopefully, he will be able to get out of there safely. We saw an incident tonight with Rob McCachran where it caught on fire. I don't know if we see any flames back there, but hopefully the safety crew is going to be able to get Mark Jenkins out of the truck and get him out to safety out of time. We still have a race to go on, guys, so let's see where this Pro 4 class is going to finish up tonight.
Thanks, Kelly. We got to keep an eye on that truck right now, off in turn 4, as it looks like they unstrapped the truck now, and it looks like he's firing it up. There we go. They're watching when the truck landed back on its wheels. They're watching for the leaking fuel. When there was no leaking fuel, they decided to give it a shot, and it looks like they fired the truck back up. And it looks like he's getting underway. Now keep in mind, if Mark can rejoin this race, he is on the lead lap. Now watch closely as he pulls down the front switch and see him take that truck and steer it side to side. Him pulling the hot pits right now. We'll throw to West Kane. Let's keep an eye on that 25 right now. Now watch closely. He'll take that truck and swerve it side to side to make sure the steering is okay. He'll kind of burp it off the jumps to make sure the shocks are okay. And he'll rejoin the field at the back of the pack. Now I wonder, race fans, first off, is anyone going to stick around tonight and come down to the pits? Because I'm pretty sure that 25 will be giving away some fenders tonight. Crews will be taking the body parts off of that thing so you can autograph them and take them home with you. Ricky Johnson at the point. Scott Douglas in second. Mike Jenkins in third. Johnny Greaves fourth. And Mark Jenkins rejoins the field in a battered number 25. The pace truck's off the track. We're going back to green flag racing. Down that backstretch, Douglas pulls up right on the back bumper of Johnson. Does Scott Douglas have enough left in that tank? That's a brand new Pro 4, that Amsoil Borla exhaust number 7 for the DMS crew. And Ricky Johnson is pulling away down that backstretch. The lead backed up to a 6-car length lead. Johnson just tiptoeing around the track right now. Easy on the throttle, easy off the throttle. And again, the line is way up against the wall. Douglas is a little bit further down, about mid-pack, or I should say mid-line to the corner. Oh man, Johnson gets a little squirrely through the rhythm section. Caught himself at just the right moment to correct. Still no white flag. Johnson pushing through turn 1. A little bit of an understeer right for him right now. Johnson's lead up to about 15 car lengths right now. Douglas has about a 10 over Mike Jenkins. White flag is coming out. One more time around. Sounds like Johnny Greaves' problem has been transmission. From the first lap, he has struggled around this racetrack, but right now it's all about Ricky Johnson. One more turn remaining. Two-time defending Pro 2 champion and two-time Pro 4 champion coming out turn 4. Adding another win to his resume, Ricky Johnson. Scott Douglas in second and Mike Jenkins third. Finishing fourth will be Johnny Greaves, and on the backstretch, Mark Jenkins with mechanical issues was not able to make the checkered flag, pulls off the track early. But Ricky Johnson will take the win. In just a moment, we'll bring our top 3 finishers out to the podium for our winners with Kelly Snyder. And I want to remind everybody, don't forget, stick around a while. Come on down to the pits, hang out. We got music. We got a post-race pit party, and get some pictures and autographs of your favorite drivers from tonight's racing action. And I guarantee you right now, see that white KMC fender on that Red Bull Ram? I guarantee you somebody's going home with that thing tonight. So please stick around. Guess what? We're going to be doing this all over again tomorrow. And according to the weather reports, tomorrow's weather is supposed to be a little bit nicer than today. So come on back. Gates open at 3 o'clock. And we're doing it all over again. But tomorrow night, we're going to be live on Speed as Dorsey Schrader and the gang, Bob Varsha, and all of them are here, right here in Dodge City. We're broadcasting a live on Speed. The show beginning at 8 o'clock tomorrow. But the racing here starts at 7, so come on back tomorrow. Gates open at 7. We're doing it all over again. But tonight, stick around. We'll be down in the pit area. The pits are wide open. All the fans come on down for pictures and autographs. And I know somebody's going home with some really cool body panels from the race trucks tonight. There's a Ricky Johnson with the Jumbotron. We'll turn over to Kelly Snyder and Wes Kane for our last interviews of the night. Kelly?
Well, thanks, Scott. Just waiting for Ricky to get out of the truck right now. What a battle that was, and what a way to start 2013 for this Pro 4 class. Did you fans have a good night out there tonight? Woo! Well, Rick, if that's a way to start 2013, I think you guys just put on one of the most epic battles and shows I've ever seen out here.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm really glad to see Rob get out of the truck. I saw Mike Jenkins or Mark over there crash. But man, Scott Douglas, man, he was on it. He charged really hard. Great to have it battling with him. Sorry to see Johnny have some problems again, but it was really awesome. Just everything worked out perfect. Red Bull, KMC, BF Goodrich, I think we had the right combination. We've been working with those guys in the off season, so I'm just really feel good about tonight. I also want to congratulate my teammate. He had an awesome run in the Pro 2, so Bryce, good job.
Well, that's the way the Menzies Motorsports Red Bull team wants to start off the season. Champs last year and the year before, both of you taking home a first. Let's get your teammates in here, and congratulations on your first place finish.
Well, once again, thank you so much. It's awesome I carry this #1 plate with a lot of pride, not arrogance, just because I really feel that these guys, you know, the heritage that Scott Douglas has, Johnny Greaves, and also Rob McCachran. So to start out the year like this is awesome. So thank you, everybody. And I really want to thank my wife, Stephanie, for supporting me, also my kids, Luke, Jake, and Cassidy, and also Mom and Dad. I know they're watching at home on the computer. Thank you, and I love you.
Congratulations to Ricky Johnson, our Pro 4 finisher. First place on top of the box here tonight. Congratulations, Rick.
Once again, some of the things that are going out, obviously, will be the trophies, the pictures. Is that famous Oakley Bomb Award going to the fastest lap of the race. We're going to find out in a moment who that driver is. As you see Scott Douglas, once again, we'll turn over to Kelly Snyder. Kelly?
Thanks, Scott. Down here with another Scott. Scott, what a great race this was for you. A lot of action on the track. How was this Dodge City track for you? First time out here for the Torque guys.
I tell you, it was a fun track. It was wild. It was really tight and it rutted up, but that's really good. You know, our new AMSOIL Borla truck really worked good. I mean, we built the truck to work in the rough to give Ricky a challenge, and I think the bomb shows that we didn't quite win. I made a few mistakes, and he got by, but we're looking for the top spot next year, and he didn't really run away from us too much, so we're pretty stoked right now.
For those of you that don't know, the Oakley Bomb is for the fastest lap during the race. I know Ricky Johnson and Johnny Greaves are always battling over who gets the Oakley Bomb, so Scott, you took it away from both of them today.
Absolutely, and it feels really good, too. I mean, these BF Goodrich tires were hooking up really good, and we got a different power plant with Goodwin motors and a Fortin transmission, and it's just a manual, and so you got to really baby it and feather it coming out of these corners. But once you get it hooked up, those BFGs just grab, and this AMSOIL truck just flies.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Well deserved, Scott.
Thank you.
Woo! Well, how about that? Scott Douglas, I believe, is his first Oakley Bomb Award, so congratulations to him. And right now, I guarantee you this, we're going to see a lot of dental work from Mike Jenkins right on a big smile like that. Kelly?
Okay, last interview, but certainly not least. Mike, what a lot of action going on with your two teammates out there. Were you nervous? What were they saying to you over the spotter headset?
I wasn't really that nervous. With Rob, that was I thought he was out of the truck. I didn't realize he was still in the truck when that thing was flipped up and caught on fire the way it did. That was a big fire, and unfortunately he got out of there without any harm, it sounds like. So that's great. But I did pick up a spot. And with Mark, you know, he just got caught up down there with Chenny in that corner, and that hole just dug out, and I think he tried to keep Chenny a little tight, and Adrian just, you know, got him up and over, and that was it for both of those guys. So I picked up 2 spots. Next thing you know, I'm here. So I got to thank Traxxas. I got to thank everybody in my support system, AMSOIL, Simpson, BFG for giving us the tires that run as hard as they do out here, and this crew right here, some of my latest support system as well. Love having these cheerleaders.
Well, congratulations on your third place finish, and we had a great time today at the built-in permanent RC track here at Dodge City Raceway, so that's a great addition to this racetrack.
Yeah, I think this hometown of Dodge City embraces the sport pretty well. There's a lot of people that we met that are RC nuts, and bringing the full-size stuff out for them to see what it's like. You know, when you've got an RC car, you relate to a full-size one real well, and you know that's leaving the track behind for these guys to use and take advantage of is something we're real proud of.
Well, guys, give it up for our first Pro 4 podium of the season. Ricky Johnson on the top of the box, Scott Douglas in second, and Mike Jenkins in third.
Well, congratulations once again to our top 3 finishers in Pro 4, and it's so cool to have a couple of the different race fans coming up here to congratulate our event and saying they're going to come back. And you know what? It looks like the weather is going to miss us. So I'm hoping everyone that can hear me is on their way down to the pits to hang out for a while. And you know, what's the website you guys got? You know what? All one word? Yeah, but it's all one word. Yeah. If you want to kind of hang out, you know, on the internet with one of the coolest organizations that absolutely go all over the country and support the Torque series. They love off-road. This group of people, they travel all over the country, go to every race. Go to theoffroadfraternity.com. They're also on Facebook as The Off-Road Fraternity. And basically, you're going to instantly be one of the group, one of the gang. And they have fundraisers for different racers that want to keep on racing, and they kind of pass the hat and not only support the racers that way, but by going to every single race all season long. So once again, on behalf of Wes Kane trackside, as well as Kelly Snyder, myself, Scott Rain, we hope you had a great time. As it looks like we have a few people headed down towards the pits right now to hang out and grab some of those fiberglass body panels, get them autographed. We're going to sign off right now. As you can see up on the big screen one more time, Ricky Johnson, Scott Douglas, and Mike Jenkins celebrating our first round of racing the 2013 Traxxas Off-Road Championship Series presented by AMSOIL. We'll be back online again tomorrow at 4 o'clock